What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end.
Let's talk about Logan.
Well, at least we can all agree the third one's always the worst.
Logan is the third movie in the Wolverine spin-off for the Fox X-Men franchise. And I think it's the best one yet. I think it's the best one it will ever be because, sadly, this is Hugh Jackman's last portrayal of Wolverine.
Really? Fucking really?
And it's kind of sad because I think with the success of Deadpool, the studio was more willing to take risks with the character. Not that confident. You fucks.
This movie is rated R.
Like, hard R.
Lots of violence.
Have you ever wondered how realistic it would be if Wolverine actually uses Berserker Barrage in real life?
Let's go, Berserker Barrage!
Hard R.
And I think the violence wasn't gratuitous. The violence was actually appropriate, as what Hugh Jackman says here.
But for me, the R-rated, yeah, it is violent and at times it's like, whoa. But it's more R-rated for the story and the drama in it. Because we're seeing the effect of the violence emotionally.
The consequences.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The foul language,
Fuck.
the realistic violence fits the tone of the movie. It is a bleak movie. It's set off in the far future. Well, not that far. Where these two basically failed. And they're just trying to claw out some sort of life. And it's gritty and dark and stripped down. The title reflects that. Logan. No X-Men Origins Wolverine. The final chapter, none of that bullshit. This is stripped down because it is raw. It feels real. You gotta watch it. There, I spoiled it. You have to watch this movie. I'll discuss it some more, I will. But it's one of those movies that I think even if you don't know who Wolverine is, you really get this character with this movie. The acting is top notch. Hugh Jackman is excellent as Logan. Patrick Stewart plays Professor X with Alzheimer's or dementia quite well. And Daphne Keane is great as X-23. She's quiet for most of the movie, but her being a loner, being so withdrawn, I think was a way to protect herself. Kinda like what Logan does, except he goes berserk. And the story is simple. Save the girl. But saving the girl won't save the world. There are no super high stakes. The world is already past mutants at this point, since they're basically extinct. This makes the story feel more contained, more personal. And the movie does a good job of sucking you into that world. There are a lot of great moments in Logan. Dramatic scenes where the audience was just so quiet, with some sobs here and there. Logan is to the X-Men franchise what The Dark Knight is to the Batman movies. It shows you what this genre is capable of. It's a very mature movie that just happens to be inhabited by superheroes. I think Deadpool helped pave the way. I don't think we'd really have this movie if we didn't have the success of Deadpool.
It raked in $260 million, making it the biggest R-rating opening of all time, the biggest opening in February, and one of Fox's biggest movies of all time.
But I gotta give a lot of credit to not only the actors and the crew of this movie because it was shot well, but mostly to the director. The director knows what he's doing.
The goal was to just make a film that isn't serving so many masters. I think so many of these tentpole films, partly as a function of how much they cost, are trying to be great for 7-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and 40-year-olds. And there's a little of the variety show in the sense that the tone is shifting all the time from silly to serious to somber to... And I think more than anything, I wanted to make a film that just maybe stood out in the sense that it was just a grown-up movie that just happened to be about superhero characters.
I got one particular nitpick, and we have to discuss that in the next section, which is spoiler time. So if you don't want to listen to the spoilers, this is the time to leave. But when you go, just watch the film.
Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen.
The trailers kinda spoil what happens to Logan and Xavier. Logan buries someone, okay? and he's wearing the same shirt that's seen in this outro, but you can't see Professor X. He's dead! He's so dead! I went into the film, like, expecting Xavier to die. Honestly, a little bit, maybe they're gonna kill Logan, I thought.
You still have time.
Still have time before what, asshole? But the trailers do a good job of hiding the bigger plot. X-23 is a weapon, we know that. But there are others, like her, who were bred from birth to kill. And they escaped the facility they were trapped in. They were separated and X-23 has to rendezvous with them. The trailers did spoil one particular plot point. If you're paying attention, that's not X-23. They made an evil Wolverine clone called X-24, who's basically Logan without any humanity. These are all good plot points, but there's an interaction between them that annoys me in the ending. See, the kids use their powers to kill this fuck. But then they don't use their powers afterward to help Logan. Guys, you did pretty good. Maybe you should help out Logan? It's obvious why they didn't help him, from a meta perspective.
One of the reasons, our good friend Jerry Seinfeld, we were having dinner together for his birthday, and I was asking him about finishing his series, and he said it's important to know when to go. Not as in finishing on top, but know that as a creative person, if you tap yourself out and you've gone too long, it's almost impossible to kind of keep going.
And it really, weirdly, the moment I had that thought, the ideas for this last film really flooded in. And the inspiration and the excitement about it. I have never felt there was more at stake. I've never felt a movie to be more personal. I've never been more involved in the creation or execution, even promotion of a movie. I am really invested in it. And I think that's because it was the right decision. I was really determined that my kids and their kids had a film that could be definitive for the character.
You feel like you've left it all in that film.
Every frame of this film I put everything into, and I owe it to the fans. I'm so grateful to the fans, and yeah, this is my love letter to them.
I really do think that Hugh Jackman has earned it, you know, to hang up his jersey. You done good, sir. You done good. That's it for Logan, guys. If you didn't get the memo, you should fucking watch it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.